Hey guys, Aneki here, and today I'm going to talk about something that I've been meaning to talk about, and that I really apologize to the guy who came to me about this. He said he was working on something, and I didn't know what, but I contacted him through Discord, and he is working on making some changes so that it's a quality of life thing. It helps the player out, but not to the extent that it's making free players, um, ridiculous. They're not like I'm trying to get to the point where, we're getting all these things that aren't really. I wouldn't classify it as cheating. I would just say, it's helpful stuff. So I'm gonna briefly talk about them today, and if you guys are interested, then I will go into a more in-depth thing, and I'll show you the actual things. So one of the things that he's set up is, and see, he's got a program for this stuff, and that's what he wants to get out there is this program, mainly to help free players because we're free players are at a disadvantage, and so he's just trying to help speed up the process a little bit. So you could skip any battle, and that's one of the features there, is just to be able to skip. Now, pay to pay to win players can already do that. You got the pass, you can just skip, right? So that's not really a big deal. Even when he was playing with me on the same server, he wasn't actually, he didn't have that big of a gap for quite a while. So, I mean, until he decided to start doing some things that I didn't, as well as, I had to take some time off for my health. Another thing is speeding up the loading of the battle. So, what he's done is he's sped up the animation of battles. You can also, with this program, set it to 10 times speed instead of 2 times speed, or stuff like that. He set it so that you can actually go all the way to 10 times. That's ridiculous, but if you can skip the battle anyway, you won't probably use it that much. But if you're trying to watch something and you just want to get to the point to see what your team is lacking, and you want to get through it, then yeah, I think I'm not sure if he set it so that you can do other than 10 times speed. You might be able to do lower, but we'll cover that in another video. The auto chess close battle loss. So he's got it set up for some tweaks on auto chat, or sorry, not auto chest, auto close battle loss. Auto close battle loss. So if you're doing, let's say, auto challenge, and you lose, or you're doing raid or arena, PvP, stuff like that, instead of going through the animation saying, hey, you lost, it just it closes that out and gets that out of there. Added a skip button to battle for tourney. Let's see, he's also done, okay, so he's spoofed it to the point where it makes it seem like you're VIP 10, but you don't get any of the VIP 10 benefits except for one. And that's not really a big deal. The one I'm talking about is the sweep here. Now, I don't recall if you can get the crit hit rate from it, but you can sweep it at the very least. So it pretends like you're a VIP 10 even though you're not. You don't get the benefits from VIPs, so you can't purchase the stuff that you didn't actually pay for. So if you actually want those, you'd have to still pay for it. I asked them about other things like, what about the raid center? Could you get the things where it's like, hey, you have to be this level or this VIP to sweep? And the answer at the time was no. So I don't think that's the thing either. So you're not really getting too much benefit out of that, other than just sweeping the subway. For Pokemon Center, that's another big thing that I would love to have on my own. So as you see, when you do the search, it goes to the search animation, and then it finds the Pokemon, so on and so forth. You do your stuff, you catch the Pokemon, whatever, right? So here's the thing. That little walk that you're doing right there, he sped that up. So you'll walk faster and you'll get to it almost immediately. So you'll see this, which saves you on time. I mean, you're already going to be able to click and get to the next one, as soon as possible. So it's not really too big of a deal. Now, this does not work for the animation of mythicals, but it's at least better if you're trying to find those 3 stars or the ones that you're looking for your team and stuff like that. But mythicals, if they pop up, it'll still go with that. So there's that. Fast login loading is a thing. Let's see, he says button to quick relog without preloading, like 1 second to relog. He can set it up so Monster Maze doesn't have that fog. So if you're trying to do Monster Maze, right, you got all this dark area, and that's what we call the fog. Now, when you move, it releases the fog for the area around you. Now this is a plus symbol area from where you're standing, so it's one spot and not diagonal to show, unless there's a wall there, which there's a wall right here, so you can't see that. Now what he's done is he's found a way to remove this fog, which is, I don't think, in my personal opinion, is game breaking, because you're gonna find it eventually. So it's just kind of speeding up the process, and then you'll see where everything is at, and you'll be able to just find it and walk to it on your own. So you'll just know. Now I don't have it set up here, so I don't know. The other thing is you could just tell this, hey, I want to auto battle, and it'll start doing its thing, and it'll find the stuff for you, albeit it'll still find dead ends and whatnot. It won't go directly to the stuff you need. So that's what he's kind of doing, is he's removing the fog so you can just find the stuff faster, if you're not already in the area at pay to win to just auto complete it like that. Let's see. He's got stuff for the maps. Let's see what does he have to say about the maps? The main maps section: fight the boss without waiting. Auto challenge. So I'll have to cover that in another video and make sure I get that stuff. But yeah, it's things like that. Mount Silver, he's made it so that let's say you do a Mount Silver, right? And it's slowly going through those animations floor by floor. Well, he's made it so it quickly goes through all those floors. However, you don't get the rewards until the servers realize that you've completed them all. So it's still going to take the normal amount of time. You're just kind of skipping that, which you can do on your own. Let me set up something real quick so that you have more of an idea here. So let's see. Oh wait, I have to reset this real quick. Give me a moment. Okay, so as we're logging in here, I'll go back to that. I wonder if he's got a thing to get rid of this battle chest splash art here. I'll have to ask him about that. So, like I said, Mount Silver. Let's get a room set up here. So, we'll create a room. And let me get my account in here. As you see, I've done the cross server boss. Let's go here. Do I have mine set up? I have to search for a room. Yeah. No, I have to refresh mine as well. So give me a moment for that. So with the Mount Silver, like I said, it skips the animations for floors. But the thing is, you can exit that. You don't have to watch that on your own already. Alright, what was the room ID? The room ID is 1893. Alright. So 1893. And if I haven't said it already, Serena is just letting me borrow her account temporarily just so that I could show some extra stuff. I'm not going to be doing too much with her account. It's her account that I'm just using this for information since my main account was banned. So, alright. We got hers going. Start this up. Alright, so you see first floor attacks, next floor attacks, goes to the third floor, attacks. Now what you can do is you can hit city, and then you don't have to watch it. You can go do other stuff. You can go do the subway, or you can go do safari. Do whatever you want on the side. And it's still going. And if you go back to that, well, this is this is internet, or not Internet Explorer, it's Microsoft Edge. So slow, crappy. Sorry for that. Anyway, but you come back to that and it's still doing it, right? And then if I were to, let's say, click over to my account, you'll see it's doing the same thing, right? Now what he's done is he's just made it so that all of this is skipped. Like it just like shoots through it and gets to floor 150 fast or whatever, right? However, the server is still going to take the same amount of time as if you were to watch all of these, and then it will give you the rewards. So that's not a big deal. The one thing that it does help, however, is that instead of coming back to this screen and watching these floors still, when you come back to Mount Silver, you can automatically start another Mount Silver. So that's kind of neat. And like I said, I wouldn't classify these as too game breaking. You're going to get these done throughout the day regardless. But, if you're in a rush, you don't have a lot of time in the day, this kind of helps you out, you know. And if more people are using it, it's not really a big deal. I'll leave it off on that, and I'll talk more about this, the other things that he has, and some stuff more in detail later. But that's the gist of it. The only drawback is that it's for PC, not for phone. He may be able to set something up if there's I don't know what his knowledge is on that, but he might be able to figure something out and set that up if there's enough feedback on people wanting to use this. There is one drawback on the fact that it's PC, but not only is it PC, you kind of have to use a backdoor of sorts, which is you have to use a VPN. You have to use a VPN, because if you don't use a VPN, and if you don't know what that is, it's just a way to connect to another server before connecting to this server for the game. And the reason for that is that in order to do all this, it has to kind of set it up so that it gets the information changed in order to do all this. I don't know if Pokemon Mega will be happy about this, and they banned my account over pretty much nothing, so I don't really care how they feel about it. But I'd feel bad for him because he's put a lot of work into this. Some of you may know this guy, and you may be upset with him, but he's trying to do all of this to help out the people. All he asks in return is that, like, maybe he could set up some advertisements or something so he can get some ad revenue for the work he's done, because he has put in a lot of work. Not only has he had to data mine to figure out how the game works, he's also had to set up a program, and then if he's got a lot of feedback and people want this, he'll set up a UI, which is a user interface, and all you'll have to do is click buttons. So for him, he's having to actually type out the coding and do all this to make it work. He's just working with the program itself and the codes. But for you, if you're interested and he's got a lot of feedback on people wanting to do this, then, and this includes the EU, so Europe and US servers alike. At first it was just US servers, but he's found a way to incorporate Europe as well. So everyone's included as long as you got a PC and you know how to use a VPN. And if you don't, there's some tutorials on that online. So there's that. He may be able to even set up a tutorial for you, who knows, or I could. So we'll figure that out depending on the feedback we get from this. So please leave a comment. Let us know if you're interested. If you're not interested, I just need to know, and he needs to know how much support there's going to be for this, because he's wasting his valuable time to get this stuff done, and he's not asking for the money for it per se. He's just wanting the ad revenue, so he'll place some ads, and if you could not use ad blocker for it, that would help him out, just for his time. And I think that's reasonable, considering that you would have to pay money to get these features to do some of similar things, and he's gone extra on it, doing more things that you can't even do while paying money for it. And he's realized free to players are gonna want this, right? And free to players are not paying the money to get this stuff, so why not, right? And then the coupons you get on your Iron Fist tourney, and the coupons you get during cross server boss, you could save for other things instead of buying that monthly pass, right? So there's that. But let me know feedback. Give me some likes on the video if you're interested in it. Give me some comments on this video if you're interested, or if you're not interested. Let me know your concerns and what you're looking forward to about this. Any feedback is good feedback. That way he knows whether to keep going, what to improve on. What things would you like to see that I haven't mentioned? Maybe it's already incorporated, maybe not. Let me know in the comment section below. I won't keep this going any longer. You guys have a great day. I'll do my next video is going to be an update on my free-to-play account and where my progress is on that. So be on the lookout for that. And I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great one. See ya.